couple of you have discovered that you do not have the new ifs function, IFS, built into your version of Excel. And so in the instructions it has you do a nested if function, but without a lot of instruction about how to do that. So this video will help you. So I'm on the mailing stats worksheet, and I'm click inside cell D6, and what we want to do is, according to the response percentage received on each of these mailings, we want to assign some kind of label. Is it an excellent return? Was it 50% and above, so very good? Was it okay? Or was it below 10% and therefore like an average response rate? So we're going to hit the equal sign and start our first if function, left parentheses. And the logical test is going to be taking the total responses received divided by the total sent. And that's going to give us our percentage. So we're going to do C7 divided by B7. And again, I'm typing this out rather than using the insert function. I just think it makes it a little easier and clearer. And then, so for that first excellent response range, we're looking for something that's 20% and above. So we're going to do a greater than and equal to 20%, comma. So if that value is true, if our response rate is equal to 20% or above, then we want it to return the label of excellent, which is found in C15, comma. And if it's not true, if it's lower than that, then it's going to go to the value if false or the next if statement. So we're going to type in another if, left parentheses, and the logical test is the same, C7 divided by B7, and this time we're going to do greater than equals to 15%. And then this time the label is going to be very good, or the text in cell C16, comma. And if that value is false, then we're going to go to the next if statement, or if it's anything below 14%, then that's not going to be true, and so we have to do our next if statement. So let's do an if, left parentheses, logical test is the same, C7 divided by B7, this time greater than or equal to 10%. And if it's anything within the range of 10 to 14%, then the labeling is going to be good, or the text found in C17, comma. But if it still doesn't fit that range, if it's below 10%, then we do our final if statement. So we're going to do another if, left parentheses, logical test, once again, C7 divided by B7. And if there's anything that is less than 10%, then that's going to be assigned the label of average, or the text found in C18, comma. And if none of those are true, then we're just going to give it a label of 0. Okay, so we've got all of our nested ifs, we've got all of our label cells in there, and then the next thing to do is to close the parentheses. And the nice thing about Excel is that it color codes the parentheses. So you can see when I hit Shift Enter to do that first right parentheses, the most inner parentheses are in blue. If I hit Shift Enter again, you can see the next one is kind of a kind of a greenish color, and then I hit Shift again and I hit a red. So the next parenthesis grouping is red, and I'm going to keep doing that until I get to a black parentheses, and that indicates that I have closed all the parentheses that I've opened up within that function. Okay, so you can see I have a black there now, and when I hit Enter, okay, there's my formula. Now before I can copy it down the line, I need to add my absolutes to all of those labels, because I want the cell rows to update as I copy the formula down. So instead of C7 divided by B7, I want it to have C8 divided by B8, so it goes to that next row and to calculate the response rates for that row. But I want the labeling to stay the same. So I'm going to click in C15 and do a function F4 to add the absolutes to that. Same thing with C16, and again C17, and then finally C18. Now that I've added the absolutes, I can go ahead and click in that cell, grab my filler handle and pull that down, and it fills in the rows like that.